Bishop Rosansky took time away from the cathedral sessions last Sunday to celebrate the feast of the patron saint of the deaf, St. Francis de Sales, with scores of people from the deaf community at a special liturgy. The annual Mass, which is celebrated in American Sign Language, attracts deaf and hearing impaired individuals from across the diocese and beyond. The Mass allows them to worship together as a faith community. Terry Hegarty attended the liturgy and files this report.
At a special gathering last weekend at Mary, Mother of Hope Parish in Springfield, Father Matthew Alkenbright celebrated Mass in American Sign Language, as nearly 80 people from the deaf community attended. Bishop Rosansky thanked the congregants for their faith.
For your outreach in proclaiming the gospel and in making sure that we all follow the mandate of Jesus, that his word is proclaimed to everyone, so that everyone knows his salvation.
Each year, on a Sunday close to the January 24th feast day of St. Francis de Sales, the patron saint of the deaf, a Mass is celebrated in American Sign Language for the diocesan deaf community.
I'm grateful to Father Matt Alkenbright and for all of those who minister in the community to make sure that the Word of God reaches everyone. And we are a church who seek to have the Word of God reaching everyone, and we reach out to them. So it's great to have this wonderful support for the deaf community and to celebrate the patron of the deaf community, St. Francis de Sales.
An interpreted Mass for the deaf, where someone signs the spoken parts of the Mass, is held each Sunday at 10 a.m. at Mary, Mother of Hope. And a signed Mass, where everything is signed and an interpreter speaks aloud for the hearing, is celebrated there on the third Sunday of each month. The deaf community in the diocese is a very tight-knit group of devoted Catholics who very much look forward to the opportunity to celebrate a Mass together. Father Matthew Alkenbright is fluent in American Sign Language. Since his ordination in 2012, Father Matthew has ministered to the deaf community.
The deaf people have taught me how to listen to God. The deaf people have opened my eyes of a new way of experiencing God. And as a former music teacher, my whole life was music, my whole life was hearing. And to go kind of into a deaf world was something very foreign, something very scary in some ways when I first started, but something I've embraced, and I know that God has put into my life for a specific purpose.
The Office of Ministry with the Deaf is completely funded by the Diocesan Annual Catholic Appeal. The office provides services so that the deaf can fully participate in the life of the Church. Debbie Jeffrey, who interpreted for the hearing at the Mass, also provided her interpretive services so that Lorna LaFerriere could be interviewed.
For today, it was a special celebration, and it was wonderful to have the bishop here. It's a great opportunity for deaf people to actually see the bishop. It's very inspiring, and to have that happen once a year is wonderful.
Lorna, who was born deaf, has been involved in deaf ministry in the diocese for over 35 years.
It really enriched my faith, and it really helped me to have some confidence in praying, in my prayer life, you know, and not to be biased or judging other people. It doesn't matter, people are people, and it just opened my eyes to so much, understanding my faith.
The day also offered participants the chance to socialize as they gathered for a dinner in the parish social center following the liturgy. To contact the Office of Ministry with the Deaf, the VP line is 413-241-3193, and the voice line is 413-739-0456, extension 113. Reporting for Reel to Reel, this is Terry Hegarty.
We wish Father Matt and his staff at the Office of Ministry with the Deaf the very best as they continue to enrich the faith of so many in our diocese.